Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
The sun is in Capricorn. It's kind of a morose placement. So, no laughing. All right, good. Thank you. I've been threatening John with doing this for almost 2 years now, so here I am. I brought my more PG and G-rated material.
Woo!
Well, if you want to hear the dirty stuff, come down to Auditorium on Haywood Road in Asheville sometime soon. But anyway, so this is a little spicy, not too much. If you don't mind, I'm going to talk about black pepper. Because I think we can all agree, black spice matters. Good, no laughing. I saw Louis C.K. live once. It's funny, he has trouble not laughing at his own jokes. My high school girlfriend used to give me shit for the same thing. But anyway, you gotta hand it to John. He bought a bar so he'd have a captive audience for his own musical stylings. Way to go. There's a problem in this country. Waiters and waitresses are getting away with murder. Well, not really, but they're not doing all of their side work. No, really, they're getting away with murder. Okay, don't believe me? Here's the thing. Back in the 1970s, by the way, I told Beth this joke once and she didn't get it. Coarse ground black pepper became a thing, right? And even restaurants that didn't offer, waiter wandering around freshly ground black pepper on your salad, they started putting coarser ground black pepper into the regular old pepper shakers. But thank you very much. But they never changed the holes. So you can shake as long and as hard as you want, pepper doesn't come out. You may have noticed this. But did you care? So for the servers doing their side work, they fill it up, you never have to fill it again. Once and done. Murder. Talking about you back there. Okay, tell you something else about black pepper. I'm on a black pepper roll here. So I read food labels. Years ago I was in a restaurant, or like a little cafe, roadside, whatever, and had nothing to do but to read the little paper pepper packets. Paper pepper packets. They have those for to-go or in like little rinky-dink places. You got one? Check it out, see what I mean. This one, all those years ago, listed the ingredient. One ingredient. Unlike salt maybe has 2, maybe even 3 ingredients. Pepper only has 1. But this is what was interesting. The ingredient was dustless black pepper. Dustless. So cool. So I'm thinking, you get this. I'm a buyer for a restaurant chain, or maybe Ingalls, or, okay, I'm Joe the buyer. Food broker. Hey Joe, consider this. For only $10 more per 1,000 count, I got, get this, dustless black pepper packets. Here's Joe. Dustless? Brilliant! I'll take it. Anyway, here's the real secret. Special thing about dustless black pepper in the paper pepper packets. You know, the cartoons, movies, film, everywhere, they show somebody getting some black pepper up their nose and they sneeze. Incapacitatingly. I'm not even going to try it. I got it written here. I'm not even going to do it. I don't want to. It's not my mic. Okay, achoo. But now you know, you're in on the secret. It's not the pepper. It's the dust. I'm Beth. So shifting gears a little bit here, let's talk about RVs. See what I did there? Shifting gears. Okay, just talk about one RV, which I found very interesting. I used to be in marketing, the marketing side of publishing and journalism, so this kind of thing fascinates me. I was on a vacation road trip once with my son, and we noticed this RV on the highway, and its model name, it was on the side or wherever, Intruder. And I imagined what the rest of that product's slogan would be. And we're parking in your neighborhood. Okay, so that's my RV joke. I only got one. Unlike my pepper, I had two black pepper jokes, maybe even three. All right, that's my only RV joke so far. I will keep working. Okay, so here's actually my favorite topic, women. This is what really, Beth doesn't like my sense of humor in this area, but she's here anyway, she's stuck. I even like this topic more than black pepper, so I'm going to roll with it. My second wife, she came up with many slightly incoherent remarks over the course of our relationship, so we ended up calling them Stacyisms. She was in on it, she was cool with that. She was kind of proud of it. One interesting thing about her is that we married each other twice. Married, divorced again. So she actually sends me greeting cards for holidays that are signed, your second and third wife, Stacy. Kind of cute. So anyway, when we saw the movie Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, when that came out, 2004 I think, she decided it was our movie. You know, like people have our song, and it was our movie. And that was a Stacyism, because the film is about a couple who get a second chance at their love because how much they hate one another has been burned out of their brains. Is this mean, Beth? Am I being mean? She also once said, cuttingly, that the difference between me and her was that she didn't dwell on the differences between people. Thank you, Jeff. She could also be profoundly reflective sometimes. She was considering getting breast implants at one time. Tastefully, realistically medium-sized, not honkers or anything. Well, she ended up not doing it. And one evening, we were lying in bed just reading and communing. And she commented, you know, even if I got implants, I'd probably still find something else about my body to be dissatisfied with. I was impressed by that comment. So I said, yeah, but then at least you'd be able to play with your boobs to take your mind off it. She didn't like that. Another thing for me she didn't like, I once got her an anniversary card that said, I still cherish my original misconception of you. We had an inside joke based on a Dilbert cartoon. In the cartoon, the pointy-headed boss was shown saying, Carol, could you truculent this obelisk down to the doctrinaire? Scott Adams just got more laughs in one moment than I've gotten up here in 5 minutes. But that's all right, because he and I have the same birthday. Not just the same birthday, born the same day, so, all right. She also used the word allude when she meant suggest. I'm serious, she did. She'd go, he alluded that, what would it be? That tornado is headed right toward us. This is true, these are all true stories. It's in the book. So anyway, moving on a little bit. I do like women that I date or that I marry to wear certain scents, certain brands of perfume. Like in the old Seinfeld episode, there are some that are just so pungent, so tantalizing, so enticing that they make it move without the need for any other sensory input. Yeah, so my most recent ex, my third wife, or is it fourth, a little trouble keeping an accurate count under the circumstances, objected to putting on a perfume that I provided before sexy time. She'd say, "Oh, you want me to wear that to remind you of some other women?" I was like, "Baby, it's not them I love, it's Calvin Klein." I love Karl Lagerfeld. Yeah, I just want all of my women to smell like that. I want them to smell like a $2 whore. A titter from the... Anyway, don't get me wrong, I don't pay for sex. Not even for the proverbial and obviously very affordable $2 whore. But I will spend 50, 60, 80 bucks on Calvin Klein's Eternity or Lagerfeld's Sun, Moon, and Stars to make a woman smell like one. Okay, anyway, I used to live in Asheville, and until very recently, there was some kind of annual festival. Maybe it still goes on. They have some kind of family weird festival where people are encouraged to go topless, and the city tolerates the women letting their chesticles all hang out. It was some kind of family thing. So this former Asheville city councilman used to get all worked up over this, not in a sexual way, I don't think. Who knows? He was a psychologist in his private life, and at some point during his council incumbency, this was in the newspapers, he also made a name for himself trying to rehabilitate prostitutes. That's a nice little specialization. I have to say I've dabbled in it too. It can be very rewarding. As I said, I don't pay for sex. That's how you rehabilitate them. Anyway, this council member, his name was Carl Mumpower, Psi-D, teamed up with some pastor from Florida or Georgia or someplace to try to counter-rally against this festival and get the cops to arrest or cite women or whatever. He claimed it was child abuse for kids having to see their mommies or other mommies' chestal area. Upon reflection, I have to conclude that I actually agree with him. No one should expose their bare breasts in public, and no one should get a freebie seeing publicly bared boobies, because erectile tissue can be very disturbing to come across in a city park. The business ends of boobies, however, are, as the storekeeper said about disposable diapers in the movie Raising Arizona, self-contained and fairly explanatory. And erectile. The nipples are very explanatory. It's a good thing. By the way, I'm glad this family over here, even this is my G and PG stuff, but they look like they had young and tender ears. Also the older lady in blue. But the nipples are very explanatory. A good thing for newborns and olderborns. Although I did have a girlfriend once who announced with great hostility toward me that women's breasts are not designed for men's enjoyment. And hers were, very much. So that was weird. So there's also the areolas, the original non-skid landing strip, and help you open that pickle bottle easy grip surface. So anyway, Doc Mumpower, I'm kind of with you. Speaking of erectile tissue, we just were.